Wahoo! Did you intentionally put me slightly further back than you?
No, I'm farther back than you. Are we started? Oh, I didn't even see.
We started.
No, he started without me noticing.
Can you tell by my walk? Can you hear it in my talk? I'm barely cool. I'm barely cool. Can't you see in my eyes? It should come as no surprise. I'm barely cool. I'm barely cool. I'm barely cool. I'm barely cool. No, they're barely cool. They're barely cool. Yeah, they're barely cool. They're barely cool. No, they're barely cool. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Really Cool Podcast.
You're such an idiot.
You didn't say okay. Like
Here
you
we
usually
go.
do.
Here we go.
You usually go okay.
Yeah, normally I do this. I go, ready? Live in 3,
No,
2.
he doesn't do that. You don't do that.
I don't say go because it's...
Because then it would come out
would be-
over
yeah,
the
yeah,
air.
yeah.
You'd hear like at the end.
Yeah, you hear like a... Action! You hear like a...
Okay. Welcome back to the Really Cool Podcast. Ben Routley, that's me. That's Judah Middle right there.
That's me, Judah Middle, right there.
Boots wet.
Yeah, your boots are... Just the one.
Yeah, it's because like the waterproof coating has gone away on this one, and it's not quite gone away on this one yet. I have to treat this one, but I haven't got around to it.
You gotta hit it with some dubbing.
I have like a Blundstone treatment kit that we ordered from Australia.
You gotta hit it with some dubbing.
What the hell's dubbing?
It's like some...
You say something sort of rub these dubbing these balls on your face or something like that.
No.
I'll freak out.
No, it's real. It's like a wax. I put it on mine, and look, the water just rolls
Whoa, it comes
right off.
I don't want to put dub in or whatever that is.
Okay, I'm just saying. Then you won't get your.
I thought you were going to get me with that. It's late. It's
is.
late. It's not that late. It's like 9:30.
You people learn. You folk need to learn how to freaking drive.
I
out
go
there.
to bed early now. No, it's we're here. We're recording late because Judah was, I don't know, taking forever to get back from where.
Yeah, because I was stuck. It was snowing real bad, and I got stuck in the snow. It took me 2 hours to get home from Toronto. It doesn't normally take that long. Normally it takes like 45 minutes.
It is snowing real bad.
That's why I said people need to learn how to freaking drive into snow. No one's got winter tires in the city.
Yeah, tell us how you really feel. Why are they bad drivers, Judah?
I don't know. They just... it's like they...
You were just telling me before you hit record why you know. Why don't you tell the whole world the
Well,
disgusting things
hey,
that you
come on.
think about Toronto drivers?
Hey, come on.
GTA drivers, to be exact.
Hey, come on.
Why are they so bad? Why is that? What do you think they're so bad?
There's a complexity of reasons.
Yeah. Disgusting. I think we all know why he thinks they're bad.
It's not just them. I need the better winter tires, but I didn't want to pay
The
good...
better winter tires.
I didn't want...
I need the better winter tires. No!
I didn't
Put
want...
that down. Put it down. That's right. Next time I'll make contact.
I didn't want to spend
You don't
good
wanna
money on
see
good
this.
winter tires.
Well,
because
Judah,
my car sucks.
You should spend good money on good winter tires.
I want a
then-
new car
Buy the brand new car, exact same model.
with new winter tires.
With new winter tires, you just switch them over.
Okay, let me tell you a story. Okay, I've been
We're in
dying.
hacking, baby.
So I got stuck in traffic, right? And I was like, I didn't realize how much snow had fallen. Because, like, where you're driving, you're kind of following the tracks, right?
Of the car in front of
Two
you.
tire tracks, yeah.
And they're following the subsequent car in front of them.
And then
so
every
on.
now and again, you kind of lose it because people kind of go like, oh, what the frick? I forgot how to drive for 2 seconds. And then the tracks, like, they start veering.
And then you hit the rumble strip. And you're
Dude.
like, holy moly.
I was, okay.
I didn't realize I was that far
I was
over.
fully on the far left lane because that was so I was in the carpool lane because that was the most visual tracks. And I'm like, I don't
hate people like
We're
you.
going 40.
I hate people like you.
So I'm like, this is just the safest option. But all of a sudden, apparently the trailblazers,
Convenient. Safe. Those are synonyms.
the trailblazers ahead of me had moved so far over that we crossed the rumble strip, and I think we're fully on the shoulder because now I don't feel it anymore. And we
Oh, yeah, that's happened to me before, but on the right side.
So then I'm like, this is wrong. And like the cars ahead of us are so far ahead.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I got to get over and get us back in the lane because
Yep.
I'm looking to the right. I'm like, we're really far
Yeah.
from the next car. So I start veering over. Guy behind me flashes his high beams at me. Like I'm like, okay, drive on the shoulder then. Like, and I'm like, I'm just gonna get over. I got over anyway. Drive was nonsensical. I think I went above 60 for maybe 5 minutes of the 2 hours.
That's kind of insane.
Yes.
Well, yeah, no. For you viewers at home, Judah called me when he was getting on the DVP, right?
I'd already been on the DVP.
He had already been on the DVP for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And for your reference, he called me while I was at Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
I drove home from Dairy Queen, and I watched 3 episodes of Celebrity Jeopardy.
Yeah.
And you still weren't home
No.
at the end of those 3 episodes of Celebrity Jeopardy. I remember checking my phone, being like, "This guy still isn't home.
Yeah.
I've eaten a Blizzard and watched 3 episodes of Celebrity Jeopardy in this time, and that's how long it took you to drive home."
I've been
Sorry
doing a
about that.
guest spot at True Cult Tattoo. Shout out True Cult. Those
Shout-
guys are cool. Unless they
I'm
commit
sure they're great.
Unless they're in something happens in the future and they end up being horrible people. In which case, I have no
No,
affiliation.
we'll bring out another apology video. Don't worry about it.
No, just kidding.
We're sorry.
They're cool. I've been doing my guest spot there, and they're awesome. And
I'm sure they're good people. I've never met them.
I told them a lot about you, actually.
Did you?
They asked
You
about the
always tell
podcast.
people about me.
Because I love you.
Oh. Sorry.
Don't push away my love.
I just didn't want one right now.
Okay, we'll save it for later.
Can't. I have no pockets.
Stop! Don't do that. That's me.
I whipped that one all the way into the
I watched
ether.
it bounce off the friggin' wall.
Yeah.
What was it? I left. I was talking to them and I said, like, yeah, I was planning on leaving around 7 because I got to go record my buddy Ben. We started talking about it. And I look at him like, holy frick, it's 7:15. I got home at 9:20. I left right then and there.
Took him 2 hours to get home.
I was still talking with him and he was like, dude, what are you doing? Get out of here. Go record. And I was
Well,
like,
thank you. What's his name?
Karam.
Karam.
Yeah, he's
Thank
awesome.
you, Karam, for kicking his little tushy out the door.
Yeah,
So
great
you can
guy.
come here.
But
it's
now
like-
I'm here, and it wasn't a bad drive. It was just long. Like, I didn't feel unsafe at really any point in the drive.
But it's no fun because you got to pay. The thing I hate about it is it's not scary, but you got to pay
Yes.
hyper focus
Yeah.
the whole time.
My hand, I'm normally
you're
like,
like-
yes. My my knuckles were
Sometimes
hurting.
you got to get, if it's really bad, you got to get it up real
Yeah.
close to the steering wheel so you can see
Yeah.
VR.
Yeah.
All you can see is the windshield.
I had,
What I do.
had
That's my secret
The
trick.
really fun thing happened where I had the heat on for the windshield. I got sweaty, so I turned the heat down.
Fogs.
Started getting a little foggy. Then I was like, well, what if I just keep that going nonstop? Because it was also like, it was a wet snow, and it was like, I guess my windshield was so hot, it was hitting and then melting and freezing when I turned the heat down. So then I turned the windshield wiper up, and it's like hitting over where it was just
Oh,
freezing.
I hate that.
And then, so I went, turn it up more, got rid of it. Within 30 seconds, though, it's like rubbing against the thing. So then I turned that down, and then it was just like a constant cycle of like,
Judah was not happy.
turn the heat up, took the coat off, turn the thing up, turn it back down. It was like, dude, yeah, like you said, like you're just so focused, so hyper focused.
Hyper focused.
But I got to come home.
I don't want to wear my bootsies no more.
Don't get rid of them.
It's a boot-free podcast.
Whoa.
Oh, it's dirty under there.
A little
Sorry,
bit.
y'all. Boots are dirty.
I was pulling into the driveway. We have a long driveway, and Maddie
It's very
had
long. It's like a mile long.
she had left the house at like 4
AM?
p.m.
PM?
Yeah, get
PM?
some groceries, and
PM?
tire tracks are already fully snowed over. Like I can't see. So
It's
I'm
called
like,
accumulation.
I'm driving down the driveway and I have a rough sense of where it is, but we got enough snow where like the driveway now looks a level with what's next to it, and I'm like, where the frick is the edge? And I'm kind of
That's
just
scary.
going, and there's nothing. It was very peaceful and beautiful, because it's just so snowy, and we have
Yep.
like a long driveway and
Yep.
big field, and so I parked and I was like, kind of just sat and looked.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd been listening to a paranormal podcast, so I didn't sit and look for very long. Because I was like, I just can't get this spooky.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That's freaky.
So then I get in the house, whatever. I told you I had to eat, grab my stuff, and then go. How long do you think I was at home?
Like 40 minutes.
Yeah. I left with all my stuff. Dude, I like stopped dead in my tracks. Coyote prints everywhere
No way.
that were not there when I got home.
That's crazy.
So then I'm like,
It's wolves. We're going to die.
well, and I was like, I wanted to take Maddie's car because she's got better wear tires. So I'm like brushing her car off. My head's on a swivel, dude.
You think you're just gonna get jumped by a pack
but,
of
like,
coyotes?
I'm worried that I'm not worried I'm gonna get jumped, but I'm just like
He's brushing. We got him. Go.
I'm worried.
Units 3 and 4.
I don't want to get scared.
Go in.
I don't want to get
1 and 2 flank.
Let me show you. I took pictures.
Unit 5 stand by and reserve.
I didn't think they were gonna come after me, but like the other thing that was weird is I could see where they started, and then it hit a point, and I went, "Where the hell? Where'd they go?"
They vanished.
Kind of.
And then he just starts kicking them.
So okay, let me start here.
That's big fun.
So here's where I parked. Oh my
You guys can't see this, but don't worry about
Yeah.
it. I'll explain it to you. It's his house and his car, and there's like coyote prints all around his car.
So here, those
Yeah,
are my footprints.
by the garage
My
there.
footprints, all by the garage, and then they hit here, and I can't find them
They
anymore.
just evaporate.
So, and I went
Jumped up on the
I
house.
went around the car, couldn't find them. Then from the other side towards the shed, just
Wow. They're sneaky little freaks, eh?
yeah. Then behind the house,
Whoa.
and then
They were
here's
paroling your home.
here. I went to this spot. Like they were rolling around in the snow, probably having like a good
Aw,
time, which is
that's
kind of
fun.
cute. But I was like
Preparing to pounce.
just
when
that
Judah came out of his house.
that feeling of like I don't know, like cognitive dissonance, where like I thought I knew what I was expecting when I was going to leave my house, and then all of a sudden I'm like, what, huh? And I just see all these prints, and so I was just like, I started the car, and I just went like, meep, 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 like just honked. I'm like,
And that's when 17 eyes pop up in the neck.
dude, I was a little spooked,
Unit 16 and
and I've
17.
heard
breach. They throw a flashbang in your car.
well, they're animals.
Well, they know how to use flashbangs in this simulation, and then
Simulation in this training scenario.
and then they throw it in there,
Yeah.
and then you just start kicking them.
We had people over not that long ago, and apparently, like, on their way down the driveway, like, 4 ran across the driveway in front of their car. And I haven't seen them. I haven't even seen prints. Maddie said she's seen prints. This was the first time I was like, holy frick! And we have, and I get why. Because the other prints we see all the time at our house, bunny prints, of course.
They're hunting them.
That's a freaking meal. And then, like,
Yummy none at that.
pretty much every day, actually, at this point, over the past week, we've had, like, 20 to 40 wild turkeys in our yard.
What?
And they come right up. They leave prints too.
Oh, I love wild turkeys.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Good story, man.
So those coyotes
Well,
are
I'm
probably.
glad those coyotes didn't attack you. They're probably lying in wait for
I'm-
when you get home.
I don't
Laying
know
in
what to
wait?
expect. Laying? Lewing?
Lewing in
Laying?
wait? Luau? Lowing in wait?
They're having a luau in
Well,
the
I'm
meantime.
glad you had a good day.
It was good, except for that, and I think I was also on edge because of the podcast. So then I was
Yeah,
like,
fair.
"What the frick? Where did you guys come from? What the
It's
frick?
a podcast story.
I gotta email them right now.
I can tell Ben about it.
I couldn't see where the tracks ended, sir.
That's scary.
Or is that some sort of
Ghost
ghost?
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad.
Yeah. So that was my day, and now I'm here recording the Hit Barely Cool podcast with my good pal Ben.
Yeah, I didn't do very many interesting things. Well, I did one interesting thing today.
You got a blizzard in a blizzard.
Well, that
Oh.
wasn't what I was talking about. I was at placement.
Can we talk about the blizzard and the blizzard thing? Because I think that's so fun. When I called you and you said, or you texted me and then told me on the text like we're just out getting blizzards or something, I was filled partially because I was stuck in traffic and I didn't want to be, but I was filled with just a fit of jealousy. I wanted a blizzard so bad in that moment. I wanted to be at Dairy Queen with my wife
And
getting
then
a blizzard.
and then you called us, and my wife said, "You're interrupting blizzard time." That's what
Well,
she said to
actually,
you.
first thing first, I called my best friend Ben, trying to fill him in my information. Ring. I get a what?
Yeah, and she answered the phone. I was gonna answer the phone, and she smacked my hand out of the way. She said, "Answer what?"
And I was like, oh.
And I went, "Why are you speaking to him like that?"
And then she went, "You're interrupting blizzard
Blizzard
time."
time.
And in that moment too, I was like, I had a lot of restraint
That one made
because
me laugh.
I love your wife, but I was just like, I wanted to be like, I don't care. I want a blizzard.
That made me laugh. Blizzard's in a blizzard.
And you got which flavor? The
Reese's.
Okay, you said Reese's. Is that Reese's Pieces or is that the royal one where they put the
It's
in the
neither.
middle?
It's just Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh, is that like a specialty one right now?
No, it's always been one.
That's on the menu.
always. It's the main Reese's one
At DQ.
at Dairy Queen.
No, 'cause
Grill and Chill.
They have a Royal Blizzard.
Yeah, no, frick those.
No,
I don't want none of
dude.
that weird feeling.
That one's so
No, it's
good.
too much.
No, it's so
No, you
good.
don't understand. You can't mess with the classics. Yeah.
What
No.
seasonal blizzards do they have right now?
I don't freaking know. I order the same Blizzard every time I go there. It's like Subway. Ask me to name one other sandwich the Subway has. I can't.
Yes, you can.
No,
You can't.
I can't.
Yes, of course you can.
But I
What do you
can't-
get? What do you get there?
I can't name
Do you get
any
the Italian BMT?
Yeah, of course. I have since I was 7 years old.
Yeah, but you can't
Every
name
time.
You could probably name
Okay.
every sub
I
on the
can name
menu.
probably the original subs, but those like 30 new subs they
Well,
come out
yeah,
with,
yeah.
I can't name a single one of those.
The Green Goddess.
I don't know what that is. Anyways,
Coca combo. Meatball.
so it's the same thing.
Pizza.
I only know about 3 Blizzards on DQ's menu
tuna.
because I order the same Blizzard, and the other 2 Blizzards are next to that Blizzard on the.
But they change
menu.
it every season.
But I don't even look at the seasonal section. I just go right to the Reese's. Half the time I don't even look at the menu. I already know what I want. It's just between. Am I going to go for the large today? Am I going to be big boy enough to get a large Blizzard? I did it one time, and it was so hard. You know how
Only
big
one
those,
time?
those things are?
I get a large blizzard, not that infrequently.
You got a large Blizzard?
Yeah, dude. No, wait, you're right. I get a medium.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
a large Blizzard
a medium is a reasonable amount
Yeah.
of ice cream. A large Blizzard is like a soda cup of
Yeah,
ice cream.
it's actually crazy.
which
No, I
is
haven't gotten a large
an
blizzard in a
insane
hot
amount.
minute.
I only get that when I'm really feeling it. The last time I got a large Blizzard from Dairy Queen was in Peterborough at 2 a.m.
Oh, you get one of the candy classics. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Blizzard Treat.
That one, yeah.
Right next to Oreo Cookie Blizzard, Turtles with Pecans Blizzard Treat,
He's
and
got the
Score.
turtles with pecans.
And she wasn't happy about it, I bet.
Well, she wanted some other one, and I asked her when we made a mobile order, so we could get the deal, the buy one get one, $1.99.
Is that right going on right now?
DQ app.
They're limited time right now.
I don't even care.
Oreo Fudge Brownie.
I can't even communicate in words to you how
How
little
about
I care
you let me finish?
about the
It's maybe
other
okay.
blizzards
Maybe
they
okay.
have. They could have a blizzard made of gold and I still wouldn't want
Red
it.
Velvet Cake Blizzard Treat.
Gross.
Well, and you're about to be kicking yourself. The blizzard made out of gold Blizzard Treat.
Damn it.
Caramel Java Chip Blizzard Treat.
No, just stop.
Reese's Pieces Cookie
I know I
Dough
saw that
Blizzard
one.
Treat.
I don't want that either.
Doesn't that sound nice, though?
No. I want my Reese's one. That's it. It's the same one every time.
That's boring.
No, I live a simple life.
You live a bland life.
No.
You're back.
I live a simple
You've come
life.
full circle
No.
on the bland.
No. I disagree. I live a simple life where the same things continue to carry the same value. They never diminish in value.
You have changed.
I do them enough with enough infrequency that they never lose value.
The simple life does not require you to never try a new
It doesn't.
thing.
I'm not saying that. But I am content and happy with eating the same Blizzard from Dairy Queen for the rest of my life. And you know what? You need to be happy with that.
But what if we've had this
Shut
exact conversation before? Here's the thing, though.
I'm content.
Hear me when I
This
say
is
this.
the face of contentness.
Is we once had this exact conversation about the sub you ordered, and then you met your friggin' wife, and she made you try sauce, and you went, "Yeah, actually, your sauce
she
is pretty good."
didn't make me try
You
it.
didn't she make you? But you
I
tried.
volunteered.
You've since tried sauce,
Okay.
and you've admitted that it's better. So why are you sitting
yeah,
here going?
I know. I made one. I didn't change the order. I
not
made
saying you
I
changed
made
the
an
order.
amendment.
I'm not saying
The
that.
Constitution's the same. I can
what
still
I'm
I can amend it.
You're amending the Blizzard order. It's
No!
still a Blizzard.
That's a whole different Constitution. I can't amend it.
What I'm saying
Do
is,
you understand?
you're sitting here going, "I'm content," and you need to be. You said this. I'm pretty sure you said this exact same sentence to me 4 years ago.
Zip it.
And I'm saying,
Zip your
what
lid.
if you tried a new one and went, "Oh, that's better actually. That's better."
No, shut up. I'm content. Listen, I wasn't content 4 years ago. I was still evolving. Now I'm content.
You're done now.
Yeah. I've reached contentness. It's peaceful. Until some fool questions me on it.
I'm not. I just think you're missing out on.
I'm not. I know it's there. I know it's available to me.
Yeah, but
I
you haven't
choose not to take
experienced it.
I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm sure an Oreo blurry lizard tastes great. But I don't want it. I want the Reese's one.
Do you realize what you just called that?
Blizzard McFlurry.
You almost said McFlurry and instead said blurry, and then you tried to fix it to Blizzard, but I guess you thought I'll leave the B behind, so you said the Oreo blurry lizard.
Listen, I'm content. I don't want it.
That's fine.
I don't want the Rolo chocolate truffle-y mixed with the middle thing in it.
Well,
Okay? So just
not even
can you just be content?
not even
with
a
my
mint Oreo,
contentness?
a mint
Could
Oreo
you be
Blizzard.
content with my contentness? No.
I'm happy that you're happy, but I do look at you. I do look at you as a child playing
No.
with mud in the rain.
No.
I go, it's good that
No.
he's happy now, but gee, what a world he's missing out on out there.
I disagree.
You don't. That's how I view you. You need to be content with how I view
I
you.
disagree with how you view me. I disagree with your perception of this. Anyways,
I just think
today
how you're like a
we're
hop.
done. We're done with this.
You're a hop-
I'm content with
No,
this.
no, no.
With where this conversation has gone.
You're a hop, skip, and a jump from the guy who like has only lived in a small town his entire life
No,
and has no desire
that's
to
not
travel.
No.
I'm content. Why do I need to
No.
leave Nebraska?
It's not the
I've
same
got
thing.
everything I need here.
It's not the same thing. It's apples and oranges.
It's not.
It is. It is. I don't have enough time in this hour podcast to explain to you why it's apples and oranges.
You don't have
So
enough
we're
mental
not
cognizance to
going
do that.
You really piss me off sometimes. Trust me, it's fine. I'm content. I just want to move to a small town.
This is what I'm talking about.
I so badly want to move to Port Perry.
Really? It's a nice place. That's where I got married.
That's right. Want to move there
They got a DQ there?
and then work at Sunnybrook.
Hmm.
About 40 minutes down the 407. That's the plan. That's the dream.
Where's Sun? Is that like towards Oshawa?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Just more farther north.
Huh.
And a little bit farther west than Oshawa.
That's so effing far from me. I want to be. How am I going to hang out with my
You
buddy?
move to Port Perry too.
That's.
There's tattoos in Port Perry. I'm sure. Anyways, maybe a small town or surrounding it somewhere.
I got an idea in my head.
I'm really disillusioned with the hustle and bustle of the city.
I got a bad idea in my head today. Because I was talking to a buddy who owns a tattoo shop, and I asked him on a happenstance how much he pays for rent, and it's not a lot. And today I went. So I had a lovely day today, actually, early morning, but my wife took the day off because she had an appointment, and we ended up going out for lunch. Is that still going? We good?
I hope so.
Hello?
Yeah.
Help!
Yeah, we're good.
Help me!
Help me, please.
We went out for lunch, and we were just chatting, and I decided to start looking at like costs of like commercial units, because I was like, maybe I could open my own tattoo shop. I don't want to, but if it was like
You should.
that small, but then all I could think about was like, yeah, but then we'd have like a dedicated podcast space. If we could have like the space for that, set up sound foam and freaking cool epic lights. And so that's where my brain went.
That's a fun place for your brain to go.
Wouldn't that be freaking...
Where'd you go for breakfast?
We went for lunch.
Where'd you go for lunch?
We were in Bradford, and so we went to Sabella, an Italian restaurant, beautiful place. She always gets
Did I go there with you one time? We went to an Italian restaurant with you and Barry one time, or Bradford.
probably.
Was
That's like
that
my
place?
go-to spot.
Yeah. It was good. I had a carbonara. Was it pretty good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, it's a good spot. I got I have had many things there, but I've kind of my typical.
Oh, you ordered mostly the same thing?
No, because I've tried many things.
Sounds like
there.
you ordered mostly the same thing.
That's apples and oranges. If you had tried every Dairy Queen Blizzard and settled on one, that would be a different story.
I didn't say I didn't try the other Dairy Queen Blizzards. I never said that.
You've had the red velvet cake
I've
Blizzard,
not that one, but I've tried other ones.
mint Oreo.
Yep. Nope.
That's such a good one.
I'm not a mint guy
I know.
when it comes to food. Just toothpaste and Tums.
But I love toothpaste and Tums.
Do you go peppermint Tums?
I would like to.
I hate the fruit ones.
The
The
I
assorted,
accidentally
the
bought the
assorted
fruit ones
fruit,
recently.
assorted fruit and mixed berry.
They're not good. Peppermint is nummy. So I got a panzerotti, and then
Yummy.
I got a side order of marinated olives and focaccia.
Yum.
Dude, it's so freaking good. I love
That sounds yummy for you.
their marinated olives. It's like $7, and it's one of the best things I can eat. Bread comes out warm. It's like warm, clearly freshly baked. They cut it in such a particular way. So they cut, focaccia. You've heard of focaccia. So they cut it in strips, right? But then they go a step further and they take those strips and they do 2 horizontal cuts that don't fully intersect. So it almost looks like a really elongated TIE fighter. And then you get the pleasure of kind of going and kind of pulling them apart. Oh, it's so nice. That's what they do there. Yeah.
They do that? Aha.
Yeah. And then,
Delicious.
and
That's
then
delicious.
we didn't get dessert, but it was nice to have a little lunch date. We don't normally get to do that because she works. He went, "Would you like dessert?" And I said, "No, but can I get an espresso?" And I just got a nice little cup of espresso
awesome,
and
man.
sipped on it.
That's delicious.
It was great.
That's great. I'm happy for you.
How was your day? You were going to tell me, and then I started belittling you for your opinions.
I was at placement at the hospital.
Yeah, something happened there, apparently. You were going to tell me a story.
Well, I have something that happened today, but I don't remember mentioning it to you.
You earlier on the podcast, you said you were going to tell, and then we cut you off.
Oh yeah. We did a mock. Well, I'm a student there.
Yeah. So they mocked you?
No, so we're working with the trauma.
Oh.
We're working with this person called the trauma coordinator. A great person. I won't say her name, but she volunteered me and one of the other students that I'm with to be like actors as part of a mock code.
Right.
So there's a new area of the ER opening.
Yeah.
And so whenever there's a new area of the hospital opening, we run mock codes in there.
Right, just to make sure we know what we're doing.
To make sure everyone knows what the process is specific to that area.
Yeah.
So they're running a mock code blue,
Oh,
so cardiac arrest.
Yeah, I know.
and then a mock code white, which is patient violence.
Yeah, I know. I know
making
all
sure.
the codes.
Maybe they don't know though.
And by all the codes, I mean I know the 3.
3 of them?
Blue,
Of the-
pink, and
of
white.
The 12. What's code silver?
That's not real.
It is.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's got to be an old person thing. That's got to be about old people because of their hair. No?
Think differently.
Mercury poisoning.
Yeah, we have a code for that.
Silver, huh? Power outage? No, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. What's code silver?
Intruder with a weapon.
Oh, it's a gun.
Yeah.
The silver is the gun.
Yeah. It's but there's
Or a sword.
But there's or a knife.
Yeah.
But there's code silver hold secure, which means they're not in the building.
Right.
And then code silver evacuate.
Get
That
the
means they're
flip
in the
outta
building.
here.
Run.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
They say
Or hide.
evacuate?
Something like that. Yeah.
Because I'm like, if I'm trying to pull a code silver, if I hear evacuate, I'm like, oh, okay. They're like, I'm gonna go nuts.
I don't know. They say something else. I've never heard it before. It's
Well,
never
I would
happened.
imagine, yeah.
I've only ever heard hold secure.
Even that's pretty.
Yeah. Usually it's just when someone comes in with a stab. They mean someone out there
Right.
stabbed them.
Yeah, they're like, I
And they
just
don't-
got stabbed
yeah,
outside of
they
the
don't
hospital.
want anybody to come in and try and finish the job.
Right.
You know? But anyways. It's that's code silver.
So you
Code
were doing
black.
Code black. I mean, Code silver was so specific. Now code black is like, I'm like, what could this be? Is it a power outage?
No. That's code gray, I think.
Really?
Something like that.
What is it?
Which is like an infrastructure loss. I think that's code gray.
Okay.
Which includes power outage. Code black is a bomb threat.
You know what's crazy is I was gonna make a joke and say something like, Al Qaeda's on the way. Like that's code black.
That's it's a
That's
bomb
pretty
threat.
close.
Yeah, pretty close. All right, last one. Code purple.
Grimace. Is it related to code pink?
No.
Oh, not at all.
Code pink is child respiratory
I
cardiac
know.
arrest.
That's a sad one.
Not related to that at all.
Okay, let's play a little bit of 21 questions.
Sure.
Code Purple.
Code purple.
Is this something that would kind of perk up the ears of everybody in the hospital?
Yeah. Pretty rare. Very rare, actually.
Oh. I want to say no, because that'd be like code green. I was gonna say like biohazard leak or something.
That's code brown, actually.
Poop.
Yeah.
Poop leak.
Yeah. It's code brown bio waste spill or something, or biohazard spill.
That's funny.
Usually it's when like a catheter bag opens.
Yeah,
spills,
yeah.
Body fluids all over the ground. They call it code brown. Code purple. Keep going. Keep with the 21 questions.
Yeah. Would it be related to like one specific department? Like code pink is like pediatric.
I mean, it would take place.
Okay.
In one
place.
It's not specific to one department like a code pink would be though.
Right.
It could happen anywhere.
Code blues, respiratory and heart failure. It's not violent patient. This is like a big deal. Is it like... No, because that wouldn't be a specific place. I was going to say like something happened to a doctor.
No.
I don't know. What is it?
I mean, it could happen to a doctor, but not specifically to a doctor.
Like a gunshot wound?
No.
Okay.
You're
I'm on the right track?
though. Yeah. kind of roughly on the right track.
It's rare, you said?
Pretty rare, yeah. There's only been like one at South Lake in the last like 10 years, I think.
Holy frick. And it's not like someone with a weapon. It's not like active shooter.
Well, I mean, maybe.
It's someone like active shooter in the hospital?
No, that's code silver.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, a code purple could come from something like that.
Is it like someone killed themselves?
No.
No. I have no idea.
No idea.
No, I'm like, I feel like I'm circling.
Yeah,
it.
it's a pretty like rare one.
Hit me with it.
Hostage taking.
No way.
Yeah.
That's in the 12?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, hostage taking.
Ah.
Yeah, someone.
Okay, so I
someone
was kind
holds
of.
You're on the right track.
Yeah.
If somebody holds someone hostage, yeah, it's happened like one time.
Dang.
That I know of, in like 2020,
That's
20,
crazy.
2019, I think is when it happened.
Wow.
I don't know if I was at the hospital yet when it happened, working there.
That's nutty.
Yeah,
So
pretty nuts.
So now you're actor number 2 or actor number 1.
So anyway,
probably.
so my
You're in the new area.
my preceptor was like, I don't care which one he is. She initially was like, I don't care which one he does, like acts for what.
Yeah.
Then we got down there and she's like, okay, I think I want me
Yeah.
to do the code white.
Right.
And
You
I was
get to
like-
be a violent patient.
Yeah, and I was like, why? And she's like, you just seem comfortable in front of groups.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, yeah.
It's the theater kid
Yeah. I was like, I can act.
in you. Yeah.
And I do it on a camera
Yeah.
once a week.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay. And then she was like, but like, act it up. And I was like, you want me to act it up? And she's like, yes.
She
And I
thinks
was-
she's talking to like a nursing student
Yeah.
who did drama in high school.
Yeah.
And you're like like you're getting ready.
Yeah. And then I got in there and we started the simulation. I just kind of started yelling.
Yeah.
But I was like, there was a bunch of nurse educators, a bunch of nurses
Yeah,
watching,
yeah.
and you know, the moment got to me, I got a little tight.
Yeah.
So I just started like yelling and
Yeah.
I was kind of doing stuff. There was no specific script.
Right.
So I wasn't sure like where to take the scene.
Yeah.
And the nurse involved in the scene was kind of scared a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of fizzled out. And the nurse educator was like, okay, pause.
Right.
And then the security supervisor.
Yeah.
Like the guy who runs the security, he came over to me and he was like, you got to get way angrier. And I was like, okay, like you want me to get way angrier?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. And then they hit action and I threw a chair at the nurse. And I started freaking out. And then
Give me a sample.
what?
Give me a sample.
Okay, so how it ended up ending, how the
Yeah.
thing ended is security was supposed to come and apprehend me and
Right.
take me and restrain me to a stretcher.
Yeah.
But basically, the first part of the thing ended with me leaving. I was like a non-mental health patient who can walk out the door.
Right.
And on my way out, as a joke, one
Yeah.
of the nurses was like, "Bye, bitch."
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
On my way out, so I was like, "Well, she's my target
Yeah.
for the next part of this
Yeah.
thing." So I started like, I right when the scene started, I rushed over to her behind
Yeah.
the desk, and I like threw a chair. I actually ended up breaking a part of the chair into the nurse's station and smacked on the glass.
Yeah.
And I was like, "She's talking about me back there. She just called me." And I was like screaming. I was like, "She called me a bitch. I know she's talking about me back there." And then I rushed around to her,
Right,
just as the security was running in. And then security grabbed me. And then they paused for a second. And the security supervisor came to me again. He's like, "You need to resist."
Yeah.
And I was like, resist? Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, like, this is what they're trained for.
Right.
It's like, resist. And I'm like, all right.
So flailing your legs.
I started, like, trying with everything I had to get at this nurse.
Yeah.
And I was, like, pulling off these security
Yeah.
guards. And I was like, I got it. She's talking about me. And then they pulled me into the stretcher. And I was, like, screaming. I was like, no, I need it, please. And then they were all holding me down
Yeah,
in the stretcher.
yeah.
I was like, I'm claustrophobic. I need out. Because that's what
Yeah,
patients
yeah.
do.
They always
all
do
the
that,
time.
yeah.
And I'm like screaming.
I can't breathe! I can't breathe!
Yeah, literally, dude. To the point where other people from the other part of the ER were like, what is going on in there? And I acted my heart out. I gave
That's
it everything I had. To the point where, like, the security guards were like, man, you picked the wrong career, dude. That's what they said to me. And I was like, oh, I gave it everything I had.
That's so
But
funny.
it was after the nurse who I came at,
Yeah.
to me, she's like, I was actually scared.
Yeah.
Like, I experienced fear.
Yeah.
And even though I knew it was a simulation.
And then
I'm
Ben,
like,
he
I'm like,
laughed.
well, thank you.
Ben kind of laughed. He was like,
You called me a bitch.
"You should be."
I gotta get at you.
Yeah.
No, it was actually crazy. And then all like the students I was with after were like, great job. I felt
Right.
great in that moment. I was like, oh, I gave that everything I had. I deserved an Oscar, honestly.
That's great.
I took everything
Yeah.
that I've observed in Code White
Yeah.
and I just channeled
Yeah.
it all.
One of the best pieces of advice I ever heard on like acting for stuff like that was it was from a YouTuber. It's from Ryan from Super Mega, where he says like to make stuff like whenever people do stuff like that, like an improv or whatever,
Yeah.
like part of them is always holding back.
Yeah.
Right. And he's like, you want it to sound real, you have to yell
Yeah.
full volume.
Be that person.
You have to
Yeah.
full volume that.
Yeah.
And people always like intrinsically when they're acting,
Yeah.
part of their brain goes, "Oh, I'm acting. I'm act yelling."
Yeah.
And they don't ever let themselves like actually get to
Yeah.
that level. And that I've taken that onto the podcast sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
That's what I forced myself to do. I was like, I'm gonna give these guys a real simulation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a crazed patient.
Yeah.
Who actually wants to hurt this nurse.
Right.
Like for these 5 minutes, I want to cause harm to you.
Yeah.
And I just channeled that. And I was
Right.
like, no one is gonna stop me from getting
Yeah.
to you right now. It was.
Well, she was talking about you.
She was talking about me. I knew. I watched her across the room. I knew
Yeah.
she was talking about me. That's how I started the simulation. The chairs are weighted though from the bottom.
Yeah.
For that reason.
Yeah, of course.
And I picked it up and hucked it into the thing, and it had like a little bottom piece on it, and it broke.
What would you have done?
I was like, listen, you asked me to get mad.
What would you have done? Like, I know that like it's built in a way that this can't happen.
Yeah.
If like the glass shattered.
Oh my! I don't know what I would have done. I would have stopped and been like, I think I went too far. Well, there was a part of me. I slammed on the glass after I threw the chair with my hands because she was behind the glass and I wanted to like, I don't know,
Yeah.
it was loud. I wanted to freak
Yeah,
people
trying to
out.
act it up.
And so I slammed on the glass, and then as I did that, my brain was like, holy frick, I'm like scared to break the glass.
Yeah.
It's like thick plexiglass.
Yeah.
But I just smacked it, and then I was like, okay, I got to do something else.
Yeah.
Someone was like supposed to be pretend filming it,
Mm.
and then I just kind of got in their face a little bit.
Right.
Like, someone get this out of it.
Yeah.
And then the security guards came in as I tried to rush around the corner to the nurse.
Yeah.
They
She was
grabbed me.
she was hiding
Dude,
wires
you know
in your
what
room.
though? Actually, genuinely scary to be held down by
Oh, I
like
bet.
5 grown men.
Yeah.
It's freaky, because the process is they get you on the stretcher, and then they've got one person on your head,
Yeah.
2 on your shoulder,
Yeah.
like shoulder, and leg.
Yeah.
So you're pinned down, and like these aren't like small
Yeah,
dudes.
yeah,
These
yeah.
guys who were here, they were big guys. So like once
Imagine-
they had me pinned down on that stretcher, I couldn't have got out if I wanted to.
And that's why, like, when people are having that happen, they do freak out even
Yeah.
more.
It's
'Cause, like,
scary.
imagine you're having
Yeah.
like an actual like break
Yeah.
in your mental health, like a psychosis.
Yeah.
And that happens.
Yeah. A bunch of dudes dressed in the same outfit show up
Yeah.
and pin you down
Yeah.
to a stretcher.
If you're a person who has like paranoid tendencies,
Yeah.
and you already are like, they're out to get me, and all of a sudden 5 roughly the same build people in the same outfit show up in a coordinated attack and pin you down.
Yeah, it was scary. It was scary. No, but honestly, when the security guard came up to me and was like, dude, that was fantastic. I was like, you see code whites every day. I'm like, if I impressed you, it must have been realistic.
I'm proud of you.
Dude, that was exactly it. I just decided that I wasn't going to hold back.
Yeah.
It was when initially I was holding back. When I first started it, I was holding back a little bit because I was kind of timid.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then the security officer came over to me and was like, you need to get angrier.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
at that point, I was like, I'm not holding a thing back now.
Right.
I'll throw this chair.
What did your like the supervisor after everything was like? What did she say?
Oh, she loved it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I get the sense she used to do simulations like that.
Right, right.
So I get the sense that she was like, I hope he takes it to the next level because that's what I would do. It was nice. They all the nurse educators there loved it. That I gave it my everything.
That's awesome.
And I a bunch of my transport colleagues came around the corner and were watching.
That's so
they thought
funny.
something was wrong.
Right. So they like peek it out. It's just you.
And it's just me freaking out. Yeah, with 4 security guards pinning me down.
Yeah, you have like a unique situation where like your placement's there, but you also work there.
Yeah.
So like people are like kind of peeking in, like,
Yeah.
what is
that
Ben doing?
Ben?
Yeah.
In the new area, getting pinned down. Nah, honestly, I wish somebody had actually filmed it because I would like to watch it back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
critique
awesome.
it. Figure
Yeah.
out how I can perform better
Right.
next time.
You're just like every time you're there, and you're like, we do another simulation. That'd be really fun.
My supervisor said to me after, she's like, "Do you guys have fun doing that?" And I was like, "I had a great time doing that." She's like, "Oh, cool. I'll volunteer you for them in the future." I'm like, "Please."
That's
I would
awesome.
love to do that
Yeah.
again. Go to another unit, whole new set of
Yeah.
people, freak them out too.
You're gonna start getting carted around. You're like a demonstration person. Here
Can
we've
you get
got
that?
Ben.
Can you get that student, that guy Ben?
We've got our little actor here, and he's gonna show us how it's done. You come out, you're like, okay, guys, I just want you to know, like, what you see in the next 5 minutes is not me. While you're talking, like, you're like, unbuttoning your shirt, buttoning it back up wrong. You're like, I'm just getting into character. You're putting like foam by your mouth. You're just
It's
like,
gonna get real, guys, but just trust that I can stop at any time.
I'm a professional, know,
Right.
and this is the job. You know,
Yep.
some people go to work to save lives, and I think in my own way, I'm kind of doing that as well. So,
Yep.
it's great to have you as scene partners today, and we're gonna do
Safe
it.
word is orange banana.
Here we
That's
go.
the safe word.
Yell action whenever you're ready. I know you're in there. You're hiding wires in my room. You got wires in my room.
That's literally it, exactly. Behind the glass. They're talking about me! I know it! I can see them! They're talking about me! I throw it.
Don't tell me they're not, because I know they are.
Decided I was going to be schizophrenic in that moment.
You're just like the rest of them. Start
Just
yelling
like the
stuff.
rest of them. No, next time now that I know what to do, I want another opportunity to take
Right.
it to the next step.
Yeah.
I'm
So
punch
you don't
somebody in the face.
even have someone even get close to tell. You want the next step where someone is like, "Do you got to tone it down?"
yeah, that's what I want. Okay, little much there, man.
Yeah.
Oh, was that too much? Sorry.
Interesting. I thought.
Yeah,
It just
you
seems
told
like,
me to take it to the next level.
I just seemed like that would be sort of like a real experience that we could experience. So I wanted to. I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you tell someone having a psychotic break to tone it down a little?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like this was kind of the most real.
Yep.
I don't know, but I mean, you're the director or whatever.
You just want to know.
Just want to have some fun with it.
I just wanted to give people a real experience, man. Now, when an actual code white happens, they won't even be scared. They'll know what to do.
Yeah.
Except in that situation, the person is actually going to punch them in the face if they get near them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't going to. I would have stopped.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Once
I was kind of overcome by
once that blood's
rage.
pumping.
That character. Well,
Yeah.
I had to get a coffee after. It was exhausting. Fighting against security guards pulling you away.
See, you don't want.
There is something.
You don't want to lose yourself in the role.
No. There is something so fun, though, about adopting another person
Oh, of course.
for like 30 seconds.
you get to
Where
become
it's
them.
Just like, I get to act like a total madman with everything I have. And I'm told, fight
Yeah,
to
fight
get
the
out of these
restraints.
restraints.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, and so I'm fighting these guys with everything I
Yeah.
have.
Did your legs like leave the ground? Like you're
Oh
like
yeah, they
kicking
were
and
carrying me. Yeah,
That's
well,
awesome.
because they grabbed me by the arm.
Yeah.
and I was like ripping out.
Yeah.
trying to get at this nurse, and so I'm down on the ground, and then they just all lifted me up and
Yeah.
pulled me back, and I was like squirming the whole time, and then they pinned me down on the stretcher.
Yeah. Next time.
Strong fellas, though. I didn't get a chance to talk to them because they ran away for an actual code white.
That's really funny.
After the simulation, they got called to a
Dude,
real
what if
one.
they were too tired for the code white because they
I
were just
know,
too busy
'cause they were
fending
too
you up?
busy pinning me down.
Yeah.
They all pissed off because they had to go do save actual lives.
Yeah.
But I was actually kind of sad because I was like, I wanted to talk to them.
Dude, I
after.
got the plan for you next time. If you get to do another code white demonstration, upgrade it to a code silver. Whip a knife out.
Wait, you're not supposed to have that, Ben.
Quit talking about me.
Brought this gun from home. I'm gonna take the clip out. There's gonna be one in the chamber though, because we got it. This has to be real.
We have to feel it. You guys
Yeah,
have to know that this
there
could
is-
happen.
There is. We just have to make it.
Look
we have
around
to
the
make
room,
it work.
class. Safety's off.
Clock
Safety
1911.
is off. Okay, we ready? We're gonna have some fun today.
Safe word is screwdriver.
Safe word is shoot me in the head, please.
Safe word.
Yeah.
Shoot me in the head. I'm like holding it to the... You were talking about me, weren't me? Shoot me in the head, please. Okay.
Yeah.
That was the safe word, guys. See, I told you.
I know how it ends.
You know what happens. Pow, pow, pow. In real life. That'd be scary. That'd be scary. If a code silver actually got called
Well, and by that point,
and it wasn't a hold
at
and
this
secure.
point, if you're at that point, we've advanced to code purple. I think.
Yeah. I don't know what I would do in a situation like that where
Probably-
someone comes into the hospital with a gun.
What you would do?
I don't know what I would do because it's a massive building.
Yeah.
So like, there's no shortage of escape.
You'd probably try and be a hero and get your brains blown out.
Honestly, I fear that I would do something like that.
Yeah.
I fear that I would try to get people out.
Yes. I think you in, I don't know, roughly 2 to 3 months.
Yeah,
maybe not
maybe I
anymore.
might save my own skin in that situation.
I think you'd be thinking about other people.
Yeah, that's fair.
But-
I always wonder in that moment if I would be overcome by a fear
Yeah.
and a desire to get away or hide,
Yeah.
or if I would get filled with like a courage to go help people.
I think it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
I think if you're working, right, and they yell that code out, or they don't yell, but they communicate
Over
that
the
code
page.
out. If you do a quick scan, because, adrenaline spikes up, and there's no one there, and your brain goes, I'm going to find this guy, you're a psychopath.
No, that's
Yeah.
insane. Are you kidding? I'm not gonna seek it out.
Yeah. If you run down the hallway, enter a stairwell, and you see him,
Yeah.
I think your brain takes over and just goes, I'm tackling him.
Yeah.
I'm just jumping.
Yeah. If you get anywhere near him like
Yeah.
that, like if you're going down a flight of stairs
Yeah.
and he's on the landing 4 or 5 stairs down,
Oh, you're just
I'm just jumping.
legs out.
Feet out first. I'm hoping to make contact with his face.
Yeah.
If I can just get him on the ground,
Yeah.
then I could just really start wailing on
Yeah.
him or something.
Now
Couple
the-
kicks to the head should be enough.
I think the real question would be like, you're in the cafeteria, code goes off, he shows up out of like
in the room.
Yeah,
That would be
and-
terrifying.
but he's faced away.
Right.
And I think that's where
That's
where it
when you
comes
have a
to-
decision to make.
Yes,
Do I
where you're
run
like,
away?
Do I get out of here because he doesn't see me?
Yeah.
Or do I try and get?
Do I tackle him?
Yeah.
I don't think I would be that guy.
Yeah.
Who
I don't
tackles
know.
him?
I
I
don't.
think I
I
would
don't
run
think.
away.
I don't think I have it in me.
I don't. In that moment, I really don't think.
Yeah.
And maybe people are sitting on the other side of this camera, going like, well, "You're a wimp for that." I don't know, man.
I think if you're 100%
I'm
honest
not
with yourself, and
confident that I could take someone down like that.
I don't think I could ever confidently get above a 50%
Yeah.
on that. I think there's maybe at
Yeah.
the absolute highest, there's a 50% chance my brain kicks in,
Yeah.
or my brain shuts off, honestly, and
Yeah.
it just goes into like full, like,
But it's like if you miss, or you don't make full contact. He notices like a split second and whips his elbow around
Yeah.
and hits you in the head. You're dead.
I'm not,
He'll shoot you.
and I'm not an athletic person. I don't have a
Yeah.
background
I'm
in
not
sports.
confident I can get there in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I grew up playing football,
Yeah.
maybe.
This isn't a movie.
No.
But even if you grow up playing football, like, all it takes is like, he's back turned to you. You start rushing him,
Yeah.
He makes contact with your head as you're bent down.
Yeah.
You're not going to finish that tackle.
He just goes. You're going for the tackle, and he just stabs you 37
You're
times.
done. You're dead. Yeah, I think in that scenario, I might try and usher people around me out with me.
Yeah.
I might
You're, like,
try
holding
and
the
be
door.
like, okay, we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
This way.
You're last out.
Yeah, and I go, okay, let's go,
Right.
before he turns around. But I don't think I'm rushing him.
Yeah.
I think it's just, can we get out of here?
I agree.
I think in that moment I would go for flight over fight. Only if I'm backed into a corner would the fight take over.
Yeah.
Or in a scenario where I'm running down the stairs and I know I can't turn around on these stairs and go back up these stairs.
Yeah,
I'm dead.
The adrenaline's just
Now it's
going.
just jump.
Yeah.
Get him. Get him on the ground. If you can just get him down and step on his wrist, maybe he'll drop the gun. And then it's game on.
Yeah. Then it's party time.
Then that code white comes out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you.
You were talking about me. Yeah, that's what you're saying to him.
Do you sometimes I wonder in that moment, do you think, and here's a crazy,
are you gonna ask me if I kill
question. No, here's a crazy, and this is kind of,
Okay.
do you think you have it in you to kill a man?
I knew you were gonna ask
Did
that.
you?
Yeah, as I said, am I gonna kill him?
No, not in this, not just in this scenario, maybe in a general.
Oh, I see.
Do you think, even in this scenario, you've got him on the ground, the gun is kind of in his hand,
Yeah.
are you going like trying to disarm him, or are you just gonna stomp on his face? And that's one scenario. But in general scenarios, do you think you have it in you to take the life of a human being?
I would say,
I don't know.
if I'm being 100% honest, the
Yeah.
answer is yes, as long as I'm not thinking about it intentionally.
Right.
Like, okay, in that scenario, right? He's on the ground, and I'm like fired up.
Yeah.
I think my part of my brain takes over, and I stomp his head
Yeah,
in.
he shot a couple of your friends.
Not even that. It's just I think
No?
it just happens.
Yeah?
Because I don't think, but
Threatened?
I'm not thinking in my head like if I
Right.
do this, he'll die. I
Right.
think as soon as that thought comes in, I don't.
Yeah.
Like I was actually talking about it today. Like we were just talking about like I don't know. We were talking about a bunch of stuff, but the topic of war came up.
Right.
And I was like, I can't fathom the idea of like killing another human being over the fact that I born here, you born there. Like, and then I hop on a plane
Yeah.
to the middle of
You train for 9 months.
yeah, and all of a sudden I'm across the globe.
Yeah.
And I'm facing down the barrel of another human being.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
And you shoot him?
I can't.
No, I couldn't.
I cannot rationalize that in any way, shape,
I
or
think
form.
I think the only time I would be capable of it would be like it purely like self-defense.
Yeah.
Or in like a situation where it's like I'm so overcome by the fear
Yeah.
of what this person can do that I kill him.
That's
Like-
what I mean.
Like in a scenario where like someone breaks into my house
Yeah.
at night and has a gun
Yeah.
and is like going for like my kid's room.
Yeah.
And it's like I would probably kill them. Like I think that in that moment I'd be overcome
Yeah, because I think in that
out of the fear.
you don't know, like you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
There's a guy, like I was thinking about that the other night. I get kind of, when I'm like half asleep, my brain is kind of paranoid,
Yeah.
right? And right now, it's very quiet at night.
Yeah.
And I thought I heard something.
Yeah.
And my brain just went like we lock our door,
Yeah.
right? And my brain just went like, what would you do if all of a sudden like someone's busting on that door trying to get in?
Oh.
And
Terrifying.
I'm like great, thanks,
Yeah.
brain. Now I'm thinking about that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what would I do?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't have like a baseball bat.
Nope.
Because my instinct is baseball bat. That'd be awesome.
You swing that pretty easy.
Yeah. And I think there's like a mental line there where I'm
Yeah.
like, it's a baseball bat. It will probably protect me decently well,
Yeah.
but I'm not like, probably won't kill someone.
Yeah.
But really, the only thing I think I could grab in my apartment is like a butcher's knife. And as soon as I thought about that, I was like, yeah, but what do I do with it?
Yeah.
Like, am I actually going to go like,
Yeah, and
You
kill
know?
them. Yeah.
I don't know.
Or start hitting them with it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No, I don't know. I do believe that in a moment like that,
Yeah.
there is a legitimate unconscious fight or flight
Yeah.
thing. Like I know that biologically there is.
Yeah.
But like, I think just the animal in you would take over.
Yeah.
and it would be like, not only am I
Yeah.
under threat, my family who's
I will-
here as well is under threat.
I'll say, if we're going
I
back
have
to that, like,
I have to.
and this
like,
is, I mean,
do whatever it takes to stop this person, like extinguish the threat.
and I don't know if this just makes me like the wimpiest man in the world. I feel queasy just talking about this.
Oh, it's scary.
like,
Oh, me too, man.
even like that.
No, I think that makes you more of a human being or a man or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because the thought, like a lot of men especially, scare me.
Don't they,
Because
like,
it's not
fantasize about
it's
stuff
not
like this?
uncommon for a man to think about what they would do in these scenarios.
Yeah.
Shooter in your
yeah.
workplace. I do it all the time. I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
But it's like, but there's a difference between the guy who thinks about that and goes, like, contemplates what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Would I be able to kill somebody, or would I just run away
Yeah.
and try and help people evacuate? Versus the person who's like, nah.
Some people
I'd
love
pull
it.
my gun out of
Yes.
that I carry with me and shoot him right in his skull and like stand there heroically. And I'm like, okay,
I'll.
you want to kill them. You want this to happen so you can
Some
kill
people
somebody.
do. Yeah. For
The
sure.
only time I've had that impulse is the opposite, where I finished like a stop the bleed first aid course, and I'm like, man, I just wish somebody would start bleeding in front of me so I could stop the
Right,
bleed
so I
and
could
save
save
their
their
life,
life, yeah.
and then deal with that adrenaline boost.
I think if we're going back to the guys on the ground, I don't think I can get a stomp in. I think
Yeah.
I'd kick across the face.
Yeah.
Because that, to me, even subconsciously, my brain goes, that is bad.
Yeah.
This on a
Yeah.
human being's face is
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Doing like a
soccer kick?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
That's
just trying to
less
hurt him a
bad.
little bit.
but even still,
Yeah.
no matter what happens, like if I do that and he's not moving, I'm vomiting.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Like-
I think that's the most realistic thing in movies.
Yes.
When people like shoot somebody on
Yeah.
the battlefield and then they just immediately
Yeah, they-
vomit. 'Cause you realize, as you come to terms, like,
Yeah.
I just ended another human being's life. Terrifying.
Awful.
I don't trust guys who are too excited about that.
Yeah.
Who are like, no, I would like, you ask them that question I
Yeah.
just asked you, like, could you kill them? And they're like, yeah, man, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Like, I'd do it.
I saw-
And I'm like, you don't even hesitate?
No.
You don't think about it?
Some people are. I saw.
I don't care if that guy's shooting the place up. It's a human being.
Yes.
Taking that life is
Yeah.
a big deal.
I saw a post of someone talking about like all men do this, and it was like a video of a guy like walking in the city, and with like a voiceover, just like, okay, two guys behind me, assess, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that you're mentally ill.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
and all the like. Someone responded being like, yeah, some people joke that like conservatives are afraid of cities. We're not afraid. We're just more aware. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, you're a psycho.
No, you're a weirdo.
Like,
Yeah.
there's just a guy
danger is not around every
sitting
corner.
on like a stoop in the city, and you're like, how would I attack him?
Yeah.
How would I attack him if he
Yeah.
suddenly pulled a knife? That's a person.
Yeah, it's a guy. Just a guy.
He's on break.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. He works at the Zellers across the street.
Like, what are we
Friggin'
doing?
Relax. No, I agree. I don't trust someone who's too quick with that
No.
question. Now I could kill somebody
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Unless you have actual trauma,
Yeah,
and so this is like a response.
right. Like, you've been
Yeah.
attacked.
Like I know
That's a
people.
different situation.
I know people who are like,
That's like PTSD, basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I know people who are like, I don't want to sit with my back to an open door.
Yeah.
Because I guess something happened to them.
Yeah. Which is fair.
Like I got jumped one time, and so fair.
but none of these guys have had that happen.
No.
The people I've interacted
No.
with, they just want that to happen.
Guys who grew up in a small town who like fantasize about going to a city and stopping, like killing someone who was going to do something on the subway.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, like that. I mean, I don't want to get too into it, but that happened in
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, like something could happen, but you did do something.
Yeah. You did kill a person,
Yeah.
and that means a lot.
Yes.
No.
And there were people being like, I literally saw people on that psychopaths being like, I wish someone would try and do that. I wish so,
that's
like
crazy. That's
so they
crazy.
could just get their free pass to take a
No,
life.
That's crazy, man.
What
That's
are you
That's
talking
scary. I go hunting for animals, but I'm only okay with killing them because I know that they're gonna be used, right?
Yeah.
For something, for food or a coat or whatever.
Yeah.
The thought of just taking a life for no reason.
What if you made a nice lampshade out of their skin?
Nice.
Like a tasteful one.
Yeah. I just can't.
No, it's actually
scary.
it's one of the
The
grimmest
thought of
thoughts.
even taking an animal's life
Is-
for no reason.
yeah, it's dark.
Like hunting for sport, you have no intention of using this animal. You're
Yeah.
just shooting it for fun. That's too
I think
much.
that does something to your soul.
It does. It does. It's like a Horcrux.
Like
Rips
that's what
it
I'm
in
saying.
half.
Like I'm thinking about this right now, and I'm just like, there's people don't value life anymore.
No.
Like, even, I'm not just talking about, like, human beings. I mean, animals, too. But, like, there's the kind of this weird, I think it's part of, like, our individualistic society.
Yeah.
That people only value, like, their immediate family and friends.
Yeah.
And everyone else, it's like that whole, like, NPC culture.
nonsense,
where
yeah.
I'm like,
Video games has made it worse.
It has.
Yeah.
and I think that, like, if you can't see the intrinsic value of, like, another human life.
Yeah, just a random person on the street.
Or, like, even, like, an animal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. I'm not so extreme, like, I'll kill a spider.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I
now
mean?
there's a line.
Yeah.
Like,
But at the same time,
I've killed 7 spiders in the last 3 days. I don't really think about it.
But again, even in that line,
Yeah.
like, imagine someone came up to you and went, dude, check this out. And they showed you a video on their phone of them killing 7 spiders that they had trapped.
No, that's just
You'd be
insane.
like,
No.
what is wrong with you?
No, it's a tissue in
Yes.
in the toilet.
Yeah.
Gone.
But even, like,
Yeah.
even the thought of, like,
It's a quick death.
I have to kill, like, one at a time
Yeah.
of a spider in my house.
Yeah.
Where I'm already freaked out by it.
And I apologize when I do it
Do you?
to the spider.
I
I
apologize.
do. Sorry, man.
I do
Wrong
that.
place, wrong time.
You know what I do sometimes? I've had it where I go to kill it with, like, a shoe if it's
Yeah.
on the ground, and I'll miss.
Yeah.
And I go, that's on me. Have at it. And I let him live.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah. You evaded once. You deserve it.
you deserve it.
Nah, there was a
Don't
time.
let me catch you again.
There was a time in my life though where I would have went and got like a piece of paper and a glass and put it outside.
Yeah, me too. And then
I was-
started living in a basement apartment.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
was.
happening
I
too
was sort of
frequently.
legalistic enough with the rule that I
Yeah.
was like, no, this is the rule. All life is precious.
Yeah.
And then I would like safely keep the spider. Now it's just like, it's almost like I like to think, and I know it's nothing like this, but I like to think that we kind of have like an agreement, me and the spider, where it's just like he looks at me and he's just like,
Yeah, you got me on this one.
I shouldn't have been on the wall in your bedroom.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like,
I kind of agree, though.
I understand. It's
Where
like
I'm
a
like,
ceremonial thing where you just put his head down and he goes, I understand.
I'm like, dude, you get the inside of the walls.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you out
Yeah.
here. I don't see
I'm
you
not
out
going to
about.
seek you out.
No.
I'm not going to try and I have no desire to kill a spider. If I never saw you again in my whole life,
Yes.
that would be great.
Yeah.
But because you're right above my bed
Yeah.
and I'm about to go to sleep,
If it was
on,
a
man.
circumstance where I looked at it and it knew and darted under the floorboards and I never saw it again,
I'd be like,
I
okay,
would not care.
good. You're alive.
Yeah.
You
But
get to live
because
another
it's
day.
here-
Because it's there and it doesn't want to move.
But at the same time, I'm like, I think it still has value.
Oh, of
And,
course.
like-
and that's why I apologize
Yeah.
to it. I'm like,
Yeah.
sorry, dude.
Like, if
Get it. In
there's
the
people who
paper.
just genuinely, like, don't care.
No, they don't see any.
And, like, I
sanctity.
get it. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you have to kill animals. Like, sometimes there's invasive species.
Yeah.
But even still, even those, I'm like, they don't know they're invasive.
No.
They're just here.
They're just a life.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Once people start killing stuff and they're just not really thinking about it,
Yeah.
it freaks me out. Even like an animal like that. But yeah, like if someone like I remember people used to like burn ants. Did you ever have like kids on the playground who would do that, or like friends who would get like a magnifying glass in their backyard and burn ants?
I
Hated that.
don't know if I knew anyone who did that. I'm trying to remember if I did it, and I don't think I ever did.
No, I couldn't bring myself. I remember. I probably told the story before. I remember with like clear. I can close my eyes and envision the moment that I was at my buddy Steven's house and he had a pellet gun.
Yeah.
And I shot a bird on a branch with a pellet gun and its fuzz went everywhere and it flew away and I cried.
Yeah.
Because I was like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
I've told this story before.
Yeah.
Where I was overcome with the childhood glee of this is a gun and I can shoot
Yeah.
this thing. And I shot it and then I was instantly filled with dread. And I was like, why did you
trying
do
to-
that? You probably just took that bird's life.
Part of me feels like I've done the ant thing, and part of me feels like I haven't. I have a very vivid memory of using like a magnifying glass to burn leaves, and so
Right.
part of me is like, yeah, you must have then moved to an anthill,
Right.
But I don't remember it actually happening.
That's awful because again, it's like that's just like I know it's a simple little
Yeah.
ant and there's a bajillion of them.
Yeah.
Where that came from, but the thought of like burning it to death.
You know what the worst feeling in the world is?
Terrifying.
Well, not the worst, but like I actively like it ruins my day.
Yeah.
When this happens, and like I'm like I'll stop walking
Yeah.
and go like,
Oh, when you step on a snail. Yeah. Dude, I hate that. I hate that.
I'll be walking,
I'm
like, keeping an eye
do
out.
exactly what you do.
and then all of a
Crunch.
sudden, and I'm like, no.
You can ask a Nissan. I'm sure Maddie's the
Yeah.
same. Where you're walking on a path
Yeah.
together in the summer, and it's just you have to stop.
Yeah. I did it once in front of Maddie, I think, and I'm pretty sure I just went, no! And she
Yeah.
went like, what happened? I was like, I think I just have done this now.
Yeah, it's like you just took a life for no reason.
Yeah.
And again, it's like, sorry, man, I
Yeah.
didn't see you, but I hate it. No, one of my weirdest things, not weird, but it's if I run over an animal
Yeah.
on the road, I'm like, don't talk to me for like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And niece understands that too. Like I ran over a raccoon when you guys were on your way up to the cottage, and
Yes.
I asked you later that night if you saw the raccoon
You did. You were like,
because I wasn't sure if it had survived.
And I think it did.
I think it did because it wasn't on the road.
It wasn't on the road.
But I hit that thing, and I don't think I said a word for. I think I actually cried.
Yeah.
Like I think I actually got a tear where I was like,
Yeah.
like I hate killing those things for no reason.
It's awful.
Even just running over them, I'm like, that's just,
Sometimes I just
why should it run across the road?
Sometimes I
at night?
see
I didn't know.
like roadkill and I just get sad.
Yeah,
And I just think about like, and this is like
how quickly their life changed.
Well, it's like this is like maybe like a little too like hippy dippy, but I just think about like this road doesn't have to be here. Like what are we?
Yeah,
What are
yeah.
we doing?
Yeah.
We just built this stupid road in the middle of this
Yeah.
guy's house,
Yeah.
and he doesn't know.
He
He's
just
walking
wanted
on
to get
dirt.
across.
1 second, all of a sudden he's on a different thing,
Yeah,
and then
and then boom,
He's
dead
got
in
no
a second.
clue.
Yeah, I hate it. And then part of me like gets frustrated. I take it out on the animals.
Yeah, you're like, what are you
And I'm
doing?
frustrated. I'm like, you just figure it out. Figure out that it's
Just
a road.
wait.
And it's like, just look both ways. And then I'm like, but it's not your fault.
No, they don't
We
know.
built this road here. And then, but it's just, I don't know who to be mad at. But
Yeah.
deep down, I'm just mad at myself
you have to be mad at yourself.
for being there.
The system.
Yep, for being part of this group that's
Yeah.
killed this animal. Do we really have to get places so fast? We have to be traveling so fast that we hit this animal?
Yeah,
Damn it.
it's awful. It's like one of the worst feelings.
I wouldn't even wish the feeling that I have when I run over an animal on my worst enemy. I hate that
I've
feeling.
never hit anything normal. I've only hit weird stuff. I think I hit an owl once.
Bro, I wouldn't talk for a week if I hit an owl.
I didn't know.
If I hit anything that flew.
The thing is it
I
happened.
have such a sacred
I know.
attachment to birds.
So do I.
Yeah, if I hit a bird, I don't think I would talk for a week.
But
Don't even talk to me.
I wasn't allowed to process it because, well, one, it flew into the hood of my car and just went tumbling away, which was so absurd. And then Maddie started crying immediately.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
So
I
then-
would too.
So then, but I was still trying to process like
Oh,
what just happened.
especially because owls are so majestic.
And I don't, honestly, to this day, like I'm pretty sure it was an owl, but it
Yeah.
happened so quick. It could have been a newspaper someone threw at the hood of my car,
Right,
Because I didn't
right.
see a form of it.
Right.
It was just a blur of shape and color, but not
Right.
even really shape.
Right.
It was just like white with a bunch of like black speckles.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that was probably an owl.
Yeah.
But and like was probably going for like a mouse on the other side of the road.
Yeah.
And not
Boom.
and
Oh, that sucks.
dude, awful. And then I hit a rat once.
Not a mouse?
It was big. Again, the absurdity of the situation did not allow me to process it.
Yeah.
So then, like, I felt like driving. It was like a New Year's Eve. I was driving people home. It was a DD. And I think I would have been like 18. Like, I just had my license, you know?
Right.
And it was like, driving. Thunk. And I was like, no. And then I stopped the car because no one's around. It's late.
Yep.
I stopped the car and I'm like, is that a rat? Like it was like a big rat. And I was like,
Scary.
and it was not in the city, mind you. This is in
Right.
like suburbs.
Right.
And
How's
I was
a
just
rat
like,
doing here?
what the?
That's probably someone's pet rat.
No, he was big.
Yeah. Because that's being fed by a human
I
being.
don't know, dude.
You
It was
probably killed somebody's pet
it
rat.
was
that escaped.
monstrous.
That's like that. Someone looked for that pet
Yeah.
rat, never found it. Their parents went and got them
I
a
don't
new
know.
pet rat.
It was shocking.
No, I hate killing. I hate killing. My favorite part of hunting is being out in nature.
Yeah.
And a lot of people go hunting for like 6 days and they don't get anything and they're kind of bummed about it. Yeah. But me, it's just kind of like, well, I spent 6 days in the forest.
Now, and I have no issue with your hunting, and you know this.
Yeah.
You could just go into nature.
I could, but it's like something, for some reason, having the task
Fair.
Gives you purpose in
That's
nature.
fair. Well, and you're also, I mean, you're bonding with family.
Yes,
and,
yeah, there's obviously that element of it. Yeah, something about the task, about it gets you up in the morning
Right.
to go, okay, got to get out there.
You're
before
also, and you're not
sunrise.
doing it for sport. You're doing it
No,
like
no,
these
we
guys,
are eating it.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're using every part of it. At camp, the antlers of the moose we killed is the doorknob to the like lounge area now.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I
we
love
use all parts of it.
I would love to have one of those like knives with a deer antler hilt.
Yeah,
Those things are awesome.
yeah, that'd be sick. Maybe I'll do that next year. Ask for a piece of the antler.
Yeah. I don't even know how you do it, but
There's
it's
got to be a way.
It's cool.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
But no, but it's yeah. No.
Don't kill things. What time are
Don't
we
kill
at?
things for no reason
Holy
at all.
frick, we're late. It's like an hour and 10.
What?
Yeah.
We're talking about death.
It's awful.
All right, let's call this one quits. Thanks for listening to the Barely Cool podcast.
Learn how to drive in the snow. Don't kill things. Life is valuable. Life is
Yeah.
meaningful.
Yep. Try acting once in a while. It's really fun.
It is fun.
Join your local theater production. Just go audition. What's the worst thing that could happen?
Start a podcast, but don't, because then you're competition.
Yeah, frick you. All right, thanks. See you later. Bye.
I've been barely cool for a while, cool with a wink or a smile, but I'm cooler than you are with or without buzz. I've been started, this is really hard for me. Well, I'll stop myself if nobody else does.
Dude, I'm still thinking about that owl. That sucks. I kind of want to cry right now.
It's like,
The thought of
you know what's
that poor owl.
You know what? Like, and I actually will start crying if I think about this.
Oh.
I have never seen an owl in person, except for I guess that one.
That owl that you killed.
Yes. Owls were my favorite animal for like a really long time.
Yeah, they're still majestic.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
They're one of my favorite animals of all time. Not
All right,
favorite
see you
birds,
later.
favorite animal.
Don't kill owls.